Today, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Chicago Bears.
With a December snow blanketing much of the Midwest and Northeast, what a perfect time to be in the Sunshine State as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. Their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointment. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I know we were assigned this game, but let's face it, this is the one we wanted, isn't it? A chance to watch an MVP candidate perform down the stretches 4 weeks ago. How are you feeling about his chances?
Well, I think he certainly has a shot. It's going to determine what he does and what the others around him do for these last 4 weeks. But more MVP chatter, it seems like, every year as you hit the month of December. This year's going to be no exception.
Yeah, I know he's not ranked number 1 right now, but if he plays up to his capabilities, I think he's going to win the thing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Ellis. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 28 yards the game there on the catch and run. He's locked in early. 2 nice first-down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 33. They're going to look to throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Looking to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for the loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Mitchell Trubisky taking the field to lead Chicago. Trubisky, the Ohio native, went to North Carolina, then drafted by these Bears as the number 2 pick in 2017.
And one of the few knocks on him coming out of North Carolina was just actual game experience, just 13 starts in college. But he worked so hard at making up for that lost time. He loves the game, crazy about the film room, and guys just naturally gravitate towards him. I think he's got a chance to be an excellent leader and player.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Second down, Montgomery. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. 2 yards gets him back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Now Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
1-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it. It's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that number 1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
And 2.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, and that's good enough to extend the drive.
When you're dead last in the NFL in 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Over the middle, complete. That's Ellis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette.
That's good.
The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Leonard Fournette. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 29-yard line.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
Jalen Johnson on the
off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
1st and goal at the 1. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Leonard Fournette, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now, Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal blocking the ball. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Mitchell Trubisky sacked.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Eddie Goldman on the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Mitchell Trubisky on his way out, the subject of our players' spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the... And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's 2nd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 7, Bears 0.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky looking for Harry. He airs it out deep, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Trubisky. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Now for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Hardly any time taken off the clock there. 2 plays, and they find the end zone for 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked into the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll drop to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Miles Jack in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Trubisky leaves with Montgomery on the draw. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
Ball carrier taken down at the 41. It's a gain of 6. And it's
third. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on third down.
Breaks a tackle. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up second and 10.
On second down, here's Fournette. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Leonard Fournette.
The Jaguars on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Ellis. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And Lambeau now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
36-yard line.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Complete to Tyreek Hill.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Below Nichols. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, Nichols set 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jack.
In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Lambo to add on the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion. Anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12. First down, Bears.
Trubisky will throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry.
Trubisky's pass.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Jags grab it, taking it right down Broadway. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score.
Touchdown.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Lambo on for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Josh Lambo to kick
So
off.
here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Funches with a catch over the middle. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Now another timeout called for by the offense. as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Now Trubisky lost the football. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Now it's Trubisky. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And it's the Colts who have the lead in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for Jameis Winston. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Tyler Boyd, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Derrick Henry with a touchdown run. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, Let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now Trubisky to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Watch out for Hill on the return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
Take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he fires one incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
We're on Jaguars.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throw left side complete. That's Ellis. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
DJ Chark.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
On the draw, this is Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there.
Taken down right at the line.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Looking to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Fournette, a first down carry. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Fournette. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Again, the ball carrier.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll set up a throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 10 yards out, and the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
You know, in golf, they often talk about playing the course and not worrying about what the other players are doing, what their scores are. That's essentially what we're seeing from this offense. They're just having fun and doing what they feel like doing today.
Lambo to add on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
Josh Lambo, the kicker.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Yannick Ngakoue. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. Charlie Warner, the tight end, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Devin Funchess, incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Chicago. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt.
The Jaguars take over first down.
The Jags and Leonard Fournette making their way onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the one touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first. Fournette running out of the gun. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 44.
Back in on the tackle. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that one off the mark, a little late with a throw.
Incomplete. Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears will get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. He's going to take off with it. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20.
Trubisky on the keeper. It's a gain of 20.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, 2nd half, no quit in him.
0.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Trubisky sacked.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Out of the gun, Trubisky. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Now Trubisky toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Charlie Warner, the tight end, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Now it's Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Allen Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears get a bit closer. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. It's good, and it's now 35-14. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action from Jacksonville. On the run, it's Fournette. And he stopped immediately there.
On the carry. Brought down by Khalil Mack.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. And that will be incomplete.
The pass.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Here's Trubisky to throw. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Here's Trubisky. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Miles Jack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Jaguars. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Lambo on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Now back to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Mitchell Trubisky sacked.
Oh, that right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky, he'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Trubisky will throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Trubisky sacked.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. That's caught by Montgomery. That second down play nets a -4. Well, they tried to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And that is incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
4th down.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Second and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 7 yards on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
They run the counter. Clinton evades the tackler, and now some space. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars continue to roll.
The kick is good.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
14.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the...
Now Trubisky lost the football.
The pass. Fumble on the play. recovered by the offense.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now it's Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Now Trubisky on third and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Allen Robinson. Incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Logan Cook now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, they're in the fourth quarter. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Jameis Winston, over 300 yards now and also 3 touchdown passes. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette, and he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory.
The ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. Brings up third down.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8.
It's second and 8.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 23.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Clinton, and down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there for Jacksonville, and a first down as well. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Brings up second and 9.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Ball carrier.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
57 the mark. 57 the mark.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They got a yard on first, 2 on second, and 3 here on third. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Jacksonville, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.